You're watching the Sporting Time Show with host Doug Thompson. Sponsored by Jewelry Barn and Pawn Shop.
Good evening and welcome to the Sporting Time Show. Happy Saturday night and happy Easter tomorrow. Welcome in Taryn Johnson, the co-host of the Sporting Time Show. Easter is tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
We are in April. We are at Rupp Arena. And you have a big countdown.
That's right, Doug. That's right. It is April, as you mentioned, which is my wedding month. So I'm getting married later this month. So the countdown has been on for quite a while. Doug, I have to say, my fiance and I have been counting down. Like the 100-day mark is like the big, like that's the big mark, right? Like after 100, it goes to double digits, and then it's your wedding month. So it's gone quickly.
I have met your fiance. She is fantastic. She's fantastic.
She's
That's all I can say. Very, very nice. How much have you participated in the planning process? Because, I think back 100 years ago when I got married, I didn't do a whole lot.
Yeah. So going into it, Doug, she obviously knows how demanding the job of being a sports anchor is and covering all these different events. So I would like to say that I've done, and I'm being generous to myself here, maybe like 5 to 10%. She's handled the bulk. Yeah, she's handled the.
It's terrible.
Obviously, I know, man. But that's probably good. It's probably good for our wedding, good for our guests that she handles it because she's very on top of things. She's a rock star.
Well,
and she's the best.
I'm super excited for you.
Thank you very much,
it's going to be, and I know as you get, a week before, of course, you won't be here because you're going on a honeymoon. I don't know what's going on. Well, where's your priorities at? But I'm excited for you. It's going to be a lot of fun, and the countdown officially begins.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's coming down to the end, to the wire, Doug. Final stretch.
So April's a big month. I mean, the wedding, Joe Brunk's getting married the same day. Our senior broadcast guy. And then, you got Bowling Green boys at Rupp Arena right now.
Yes, sir.
And we were going to get an update from their games in the fourth segment. But their first game, they took care of business against University Heights, which they did during the regular season.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, it's not very different from that regular season game, but University Heights, I feel like played a lot better in this first opening round of the state tournament of the Sweet 16. But Doug, this is something that we kind of mentioned last week, that I mentioned at least, that I've noticed that carried over to the Sweet 16. But it seems that Bowling Green has just kind of taken it up a notch. With that Region 4 championship game versus Greenwood, Greenwood played fantastic ball, but it seemed like Bowling Green really took, especially their defensive effort, up a notch. And we saw that carry over in the opening round of the Sweet 16. Bowling Green came in there, they took care of business, their business from the jump, and really I think that they kind of blew that one open early, and they looked really, really impressive.
You were up at Rupp.
Yes, sir.
What was it like? What was the atmosphere like? And I know there was limited capacity, but you walk into Rupp Arena, and it's such a historic place, and it just seems like the energy gets going. What was it like for you?
It was a very unique atmosphere, Doug, because going from the region tournament where you were at Diddle Arena, but all the fans that were there were just totally in it, 100%. It felt like a high school gym, even though Diddle's obviously bigger than a high school gym. It had that type of atmosphere. But Rupp it's a little more stoic, but being in that huge arena too, just it has an aura about it that you, when you walk in, and I imagine as a player and a coach you feel this way too, but when you walk into the gym, it's the big time. This is the real deal. This is what you played the entire regular season. This is what you practice in the off season for. This is it. And it has that aura of just being something different, another level up. And Bowling Green match that aura. They took their play to the next level in the opening round.
Yeah, it's super exciting. And DG Sherrill won the state championship in 2017. This is his first year back. He's back at Rupp Arena. I went back and looked at the stats between 2017's team and the team this year. And Taryn, it's very, very close as far as field goal percentage, as far as free throw percentage. Of course, the numbers are a little bit skewed because they had 9 games that were canceled because of COVID, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's very interesting to see the similarities of 2 great teams that he has had So it's going to be fun, and like I said, we'll get the update in segment 4, and I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, same here. Same here. It'll be a fun run to the state tournament.
It sure is. When we come back, Calvin Head joins us, the head coach of the Lady Purples, as they prepare to go to Rupp Arena to start their state championship run. He joins us. Stay tuned. More of the Sporting Times right here on WNKY NBC 40. Welcome back. One of the most successful girls basketball coaches in the 4th region, and quite frankly, one of the nicest guys you'd ever want to meet. Coach Calvin Head is my next guest, head coach of the Bowling Green Lady Purples. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
I was right on both of those points. You know, you are very successful. You're in your 4th year as the head coach of the Lady Purples. You've won 3 4th region championships. You've been in 4 4th region championships. Not bad.
Blessed, very, very blessed to work in a great school district, and then also able to coach some outstanding young ladies. So very blessed.
You know, for our viewers, you're a basketball coach, teacher, but you're also the athletic director. And wow, you know, we are finally coming out of the COVID-19, and I know we've talked about it throughout the year, but you hosted the 14th district. You hosted the Mid-South Conference basketball championships for men and women. You had to do all this. You had to have so many people in the gym. So you began the transition of coming out of COVID and getting people back into the gym. What was it like for you as an administrator, as an AD, to kind of navigate while you're coaching and trying to, you know, get your girls to Rupp Arena?
Well, luckily, we have great staff members here who is able to help and do a lot of behind-the-scenes work. Coach Spader has been outstanding in making sure that he handles a lot of the things during basketball season so that I'm still able to coach my team. Working with Commissioner Eric Ward in Mid-South Conference and Sporting Times has been outstanding partnership for our school district and the Mid-South Conference. So luckily, we're blessed to work with outstanding individuals that just get it. You know, we're trying to get back to a sense of normalcy. It was great seeing people back in the building, back cheering on their teams, back cheering on their student athletes. Whether it was the Mid-South Conference tournament or even the 14th district basketball tournament, that went extremely smooth, great atmosphere. So there's just a lot of good things going on. And again, just outstanding work by our maintenance crews, our custodial staff, and then Coach Spader and everything that he's done. We also had to host the first round of the region for boys and girls. Right. So, again, I just want to give a lot of credit to those individuals who work behind the scenes and make sure things go smoothly.
You know, I, as a coach and as just, you know, having gone through what you did last year, being able to go to Rupp and not being able to play at Rupp, but what was it like for you to hear the fans in the gym, in the arena, and kind of feel like you're getting back to normal?
Outstanding. And I'll tell you, I think the biggest thing is for them to be able to see our kids produce a very good product on the floor after everything that they've had to go through this season. You know, I go back to our volleyball team who kind of got things rolling with Coach Sharp and being able to get to the regional finals for the first time in several years. And looking at their support and the fans in the gym with them, our girls soccer program making it to the regional finals, and looking at our students there supporting them, and then our football team won the state championship. And you just look at Kroger Field and you see all the sea of purple there, out there supporting them, socially distanced, masked up, but still showing that purple pride. And then we've got both girls and boys basketball teams at the state tournament. And I was just watching yesterday our students showing up and our fans showing up and our staff members showing up to support them. Outstanding.
Yeah, and you know, when as bad as 2020 was, actually to be a purple, 20 and 21 has turned out to be a really fantastic season.
It's turned out to be good for the purple and gold, and we have great coaches. We've got a great fan base. We've got great administrators and leadership team, and so they allow us to. Well, first they set the standard extremely high, and our kids fight every day to meet those expectations. So, just being able to share that success with our fan base and our community. It has been well worth the wait.
It's been fantastic. Coach, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, more with Calvin Head right here on WNKY NBC 40. Welcome back. Well, the 4th Region Girls Championship Bowling Green Lady Purples leave to go to Rupp Arena next week to take on Bishop Brossart. And we've got Coach Calvin Head. Coach, how exciting. You know, you are just like the boys team. You get everybody's best every time your Lady Purples get on the court. You went through a very interesting 14th district, a 4th Region tournament that was fun to watch, but you come out of it and now you take your Lady Purples up to Lexington. How excited are you and your players to make that trip?
Very, very excited. Very excited. Of course, everyone knows what happened to us last year, and we made it, but we're not able to showcase our talents on the floor. This year, we know we're going to have an opportunity to play. So we are extremely excited. I'm extremely proud of their efforts this season, navigating everything that we have to navigate, and now we have an opportunity to go up and compete.
You have a young team, and I don't want to ask you the question about how excited you are about next year because we got to get through this year. I'm excited about it. You have 3 seniors. One of your seniors, Kaya Gray, she is petite, but she plays big, and she has got a huge heart. Talk a little bit about her.
She has been outstanding, and especially postseason wise. We don't have the time to talk about her entire story, but she missed most of all of last year and some few games this year from an ACL injury, and so she's just now rounding into form. I'll just say this: she is a Bowling Green senior. And Bowling Green seniors just have a knack of getting it done. And her postseason play has been absolutely outstanding. And I am extremely proud of her and glad that she gets to finish her senior year on Rupp Arena's floor.
She is so fun to watch. She hustles so much. And then when you look at your underclassmen, when Kayla James, what she's been able to do, Meadow Tisdale, unbelievable athlete. Emma Husky is back for you. I mean, you have got a plethora of talent, underclassmen. Talk about just the fact that they're so good, they're so young.
We're excited about our growth and development of our underclassmen. Meadow and Kayla has had a lot of varsity experience, so we don't consider them underclassmen, but they are. Yeah. And so, Lynn Kayla's had a great junior year. She was 4th Region Coaches Association Player of the Year. And we saw why in the regional tournament she was voted that way. And then Meadow, her potential is through the roof. And when she plays at her potential, the needle for our team just drastically moves in an upward trajectory. So we're excited. We know what Emma brings us. She's our engine, our heartbeat, tough as nails. Ava Bennett's been solid. Peyton Brawley's been solid. Paris Wardler has been solid. Tanea Bailey, Josiah Franklin. So we've had a lot of kids have to come through for us with injuries and quarantines that we've had throughout the year. And it's just amazing to watch it all come together.
It is so fun to watch your team play. Now, Coach, tell us a little bit about Bishop. Have you been able to see film on them? What kind of team are they? Could you relate them to any other teams that you've played this year?
No. It's hard to relate them in when we've played. They're good. We've watched them on film and been collecting data for scout purposes. They've got a young lady who is committed to Ball State, and she can flat out play, and she's got the best pieces to go around to complement her. So it's going to be a really, really good matchup. She's about 6'3" and lean and tall and agile. So we've got our work cut out for us, but we've played a gauntlet of a schedule on purpose.
Right.
And so it'll prepare us for this moment. So we are very excited about getting the opportunity to play them.
It's going to be so much fun. And I did see the stat sheet on them where she pretty much is the scoring engine for that team, and then it drops off considerably. So I'm sure you've got the game plan, Coach, to shut her down or at least slow her down.
We're going to try to slow her down. I've watched a couple film, and I'm like, she's hard to slow down. So we're going to have to do it from a team component, of course. And yes, I mean, she's a double-double queen. The 20 and 11 is what she's averaging. So, and they're well coached, very, very well coached. To come out of the 10th region, they played outstanding.
Well, it's going to be fun. Coach, thank you very much for taking some time out to join us today. Good luck up at Rupp. We'll be following you and listening to you, but good luck next week.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Coach. All right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, Taryn Johnson and I wrap things up right here on WNKY NBC 40. Welcome back, Taryn. Coach Head is, I introduced him as just a great guy. He is. I mean, just very accommodating, Sporting Times or Mid-South Conference or whatever is needed as the athletic director. He is always just rolls out the red carpet.
Yeah, Coach Head is the man. Like he really is. I have a lot of respect and admiration for him. He's great at what he does, and he's a great head coach too, Doug.
Yeah, and you know, last year his team, I think they were at Rupp Arena getting ready to play, and of course that all got canceled. This year they're headed back up there, but the last 4 seasons he's had to go through Barren County and to get there. And he's won 3 out of those 4 contests, but it says a lot about the Lady Purples, but it also says a lot about, Barren County's Trojanettes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, Doug. You know, Barren County going to the Region 4 championship game, as you mentioned, four times in a row. I mean, that's a great rivalry, and we see Bowling Green get their revenge on Barren County. You remember going back to the start of the regular season, Barren County gets that big win in the season opener over Bowling Green. Yeah. And now Bowling Green, at the end of the year, ends Barren County season with a win. Very impressive, but yeah, Barren County, they have a great program just like the Lady Purples do.
Yeah, and the Lady Purples, they have a lot of talented players on that team. Meadow Tisdale is a young lady that you and I have talked about a lot on this show. She's just a sophomore. Actually, she's played her sophomore year. She's more like a junior. She reminds me, and I know you don't remember this young lady. Her name was Ashley Rainey. She played for Warren East. Just physically dominated. Bree Glover is a young lady that was at Glasgow High School. Another player that dominated, and I see Meadow Tisdale becoming that kind of player. And then, of course, Kayla James, as Coach was talking about, was the coach's 4th region player of the year. Congratulations to her. Emma Husky is back. Yeah. She had that shoulder injury, and she was able to play in the finals. She's got a battery. I mean, she just runs constantly. So he's got such a talented team.
He certainly does. And Doug, I think that the thing that should strike fear in opposing coaches is that a lot of these integral parts of this Lady Purples teams are not. They're not seniors. I'm saying they're young gals, and they're girls that will be around for the next few years. And Coach Head is set up for success, and the Lady Purples are set up for success for years to come because of that.
Yeah, and how much fun has it been to watch Kyra Gray?
Oh, yeah.
Right, the senior you know, she plays so much. You know, she just plays big, and that's what I mentioned to Coach, you know, Head, is that, yeah, she's petite in stature, but she gets after it.
Yeah,
she's very physical.
She's a dog on the court. She really is. You know, she'll go after you. She's not afraid of anybody. She won't, you know, back down to anybody. They're a really fun team to watch. The dynamic of how each player, the role that they play in this team is really fascinating.
Yeah, and, you know, they've got Bishop Brossart coming up. We talked about them. So it's going to be very, very exciting. And then, of course, next week, you and I are going to get into baseball and softball as we begin to have our guests from those sports come in. They've already started. First pitch was earlier this week. So it's going to be more baseball, more softball, which I am super excited about. But we are going to get an update right now from Bowling Green boys team live from Rupp Arena. Let's hear what the update is. The Bowling Green Purples finish an amazing season with a record of 24-3 after losing Friday in the quarterfinals of the Kentucky High School Athletic Association basketball tournament to Ballard 61-53. The Purples were led by Mr. Kentucky basketball candidate Isaiah Mason, who had a double-double, 17 points, 14 rebounds. Senior Jacoby Huddleston, 12 points, 7 rebounds. Junior guard Turner Butchery, 11 points and 6 rebounds. Jordan Dingle, 4 points, 6 rebounds, and a host of other Purples that contributed offensively and on the boards. The Purples say goodbye to 6 seniors, and of course, Isaiah Mason, Jackson Banks, Jacoby Huddleston, Jordan Dingle, Connor Cooper, and Trace Flannery all say goodbye to the Purples. But the dynamic duo of Willie Wilson and Turner Butchery will return next season, along with a host of other Purples. Congratulations to the staff, to the fans, and to the players on a fantastic season. Wow, Taryn, what a fantastic run by the Purples. And I got to tell you, I hope Isaiah Mason gets that Mr. Kentucky basketball because he deserves it.
He does deserve it, Doug. He is a blast to watch. He's so much fun to cover as a member of the media, but even more fun to watch as a fan of basketball.
Well, what a great show. Thank you very much for joining us. Happy Easter to everyone. Look forward to seeing you next week, same time, same place. For Doug Thompson, Taryn Johnson, good night.